Unity Broadcasting.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion, you for know what salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again. We no go left nothing bien no.
TV don't come. For developments now we country see. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments.
Yes. Salon people, they una kushe, una kaba, una do. Chief Commissioner Vandy again here with the Monolog program on Wednesday. First and foremost, we want to welcome. We say back to the state after an excellent job in Sierra Leone. We're back to United States. They continue for bring the reality. And today program we go talk about the lawlessness. We talk about the fear, the fear crisis in Sierra Leone. And we talk about the return of Robin Fally, and so stay tuned. Share this program far and wide. Invite friends, and be aware that come Thursday tomorrow, defeating the lies also will come, with so many issues. So probably I'm just laying the premises of their issues there, but we go elaborate on them. So don't forget for be part of the program again tomorrow. Now, so all you get to do today, share this program to your WhatsApp group, your Facebook page, invite people, just encourage people for be part of today's monologue. So I want to say bravo. I want to say hi to everybody. We're always ready for support Unity Radio. So we start the program proper. Salon are with all country, and we all want to see Salon go before. We all understand that times will not remain for be the same. Yesterday, we not be picking them. Today, some of we are youth, some of we are adult, some of we are grandpa now. Means say, life continue to bring changes. We get the unseen circumstances where they befall humanity when are unexpected issues them where they beyond we control. So normally when people they compare, yesterday this be day today in all day. But fail for realize waiting day today will not be day yesterday is a shame. Now, what thing they go on na salon about this with petrol business, this petrol, the diesel, the kerosene. Now this, would they read people that they talk about prices na global stage. But the sad thing is, them so dishonest that they come for make people truly understand the situation. Now, Mr. Salon people, they make a talk more about this petrol business. Okay. We all deserve or we all desire for the use of petrol. But the biggest thing where we for established here now that Salon not begin produce petrol, diesel, oil in our country. So if we want for use petrol, we want for use diesel, we want for use oil, we want for use kerosene, gasoline, all them thing there, we get for get money, go in a country where they produce them, buy them, and carry it. Now, where you they go buy, they get what they call crude oil. The crude oil, now like this poto, you know, one way they do banga business, you know, where you cut the banga, where you boil, where you don't pick the banga, you put on the drum for boil, where you don't boil, now the massa, you know, they want the way down the locally processed for mine. If they mass the banga, then you take water, you put them for wash the palm mine, forget the palm mine. The crude oil, now like the base, now like poto, we get kerosene, we get quota, we get petrol, we get diesel. So where you go for go buy, that they sell give you this crude oil. So because they buy them that raw stage, the price different. They now currently now about 110 per barrel, $110 per barrel of that crude oil where you go buy. That are the initial price of the purchase of the fare where would they call, where would they cry for. Where you don't buy them, you get for also go pay for processing, where we call refining. Okay, the price for pay for refining vary. So now, where they go for go refine, you got to pay for get the diesel out of that crude oil. You they pay for get kerosene. You they pay for get petrol. You they pay for get so you they pay for let them get out of the crude oil. Okay, the petrol, the diesel. So from one, you don't buy them from $110. You they go pay back other money when are like 50 or more dollars for let the abstract, let the refiner, let you able get petrol and diesel. From there, you they pay for the shipment. Okay, you they pay first before you go to the ship. You they pay for the container which side they load down. The thing that way, the container where they load, you they pay for it. Okay, so when you don't pay for the container, that price they don't change. Add in, you know, where you add say $50 to 110, then you can't add another price because it varies some. It depends on the container price where you know where they use. You factor the container price. Then you factor the shipment now because they get for transport to your country. You they pay, you know, for ship they say the freight. Okay, the shipment of this you get for pay for it. Then add that one there up. When you add the price for cargo the fare in your country, you also they go pay for storage, which are for keeper. When you pay for storage, you also get for pay workman them, where get for transfer the product from the ship to the storage facility. You they pay the workman them. Then you they pay distributors. So when you all put all this money together, it's something like 200 and more dollars. And when I remember say the aim of any business now for make profit. Nobody know they go spend in money for can loss. He want to get something on top the business where he they do so that he go able go buy more for bring more. He go able increase and or expand on his business. So when people they can say, hey, price this and so, they can only tell you the price of the crude oil, but they're not going to tell you the cost of the shipment. They're not going to tell you the labor fee. They're not going to tell you the storage fee. They're not going to tell you the refining fee. So now this is how the politicians are very dishonest. And this is why Then APC operatives them dangerous and poisonous because they deceive, that they lie pass along people, that they not they tell them the reality. Okay? They not they tell them the reality. That they come mislead people, make like the oil so cheap that if they just come as it take them as cheap as it is, they can't go. No, not to so. They not they tell you the processes and it's, but again, you not go blame them. Now lack of understanding. Most of them why are they lab on social media, I'm not sabi nothing. They not know the what it involve, what it take. You understand? And I want to let people they know, not to Leons will they take for Ghana market, the global market for buy petrol. You also get for factoring in the exchange rate. When you take away all the expenses from the crude oil to the refinery to the container to the shipment, now boku money that one day. The way you go now with country, of course, every country get avenue because government not a business entity. That they consider, okay, you don't spend this amount for bring. So we serve because we they provide the space. You can forgive something so that we go run the state, the affairs of the state. They give small tax. But what did not happen? Because of all the global challenge they are, because we they get so many difficulty for get petrol or fuel or diesel gasoline in our country, government they take into consideration. You know, it assess your expenses. They say, okay, give us small thing we go use for support education. Give us small thing we will go support the sport. Give us small thing from what they say. So they look. But even at that, in recent time, there's small thing than the way government be they take. From there one the way they come with petrol. For support well body, for support education. Government say, okay, with the loss, with the forfeit down the, so that when I not go cancel them in the way where it go affect salon people their life. So that lead to money where they be they take. From there one the way they go buy for cancel. Eh? That little money where they be they take for put per education, for put per transportation, for put per well body, for put per wibele. Government don't sacrifice all that and they just because they don't want the one the way they cow it for make the price so skanga for with people. But we get the bad people the way no one see that one day. Instead they say government for forget about education, government for forget about we well body, we belly, and put the money and losses. Now listen, when people they talk about subsidizing the fear, they say government for pay, they want the way they go pay. Imagine you want to you say you go do business. You say you get the money for go do business. Then you say back after you don't spend your money, government for can support you but for make more profit. Government for take the money wait for spend for education. It can't give you back because you the carry the oil for sell give salon people there. So that money where government for spend for education, if for pull and that money where government for spend passport, where they bring we together, if for left, if for pull and it can't put her and support the one where they go buy fuel for Kawita, where go buy petrol, diesel for Kawita. And where government they subsidize fuel, what did they happen? That big company there, eh? They buy and boku, they want the way get boku money, they buy and go take. So where would fuel become cheap, so cheaper than other country like Liberia, Guinea? What did they do? They take the money and buy boku that they buy cheap from Sierra Leone and go sell and there, make more money than they go sell and there in Guinea and Liberia. They go that they buy cheap from we and take them to Liberia and Guinea and make more profit and left you back the suffer. Still, that money where government put for una life better, una not go see no benefit out of it because somebody don't buy the petrol cheap and you don't go make boku money. And now the education go left the suffer, agriculture go there, we belay business go there, trianga, we go there back with the suffer with well body. So now make government not supposed for they give money to them business people there, for let them go buy for car and make gently per we back. If you decide for do business now because you know you don't sit down, you think, you know the good and the bad, you know the challenges. Every business get challenge. So if you decide say, okay, now this not the business where they do, where they make profit part. You know, for allow again, let government do something for suffer salon people. The little money where would they get? Government for come back, he put on our pocket for let una continue for be, you know, for be gently as against the suffering of the people. So salon people, this is not the true story about this fear. Okay. Then people are we just sit down for look at small opportunity for misbehave. We all don't see all these 4 years where this government take over. APC say they go do everything for create problem. They're not going to allow for let government get collapse for do better thing for people there. Then they chuk problem outside. Anytime small thing happen, then they push people then at it, that they cause confusion and chaos. This not to anything where any sober-minded Sierra Leonean for appreciate, for smile about, for say, if problem day with petrol, that innocent mammy where they come on for go fena, lawless people they for go attack him motoka, put on the bitter, like now they picking, like now they take care of her. They use can per people them, we able to burn them. Because APC say now the best way down there for let salon people then hate them government. Who's kind indiscipline that one day? This issue about lawlessness, government get for putting foot down. I always they talk where government they show too much of this sorry heart. Hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to let them look me so. They be don't say na so we turn. So let us not make them. Let us not prove the right. You know, let us not make let the world believe say what they talk about. Then you allow indiscipline for take over the nation. What you worry me heart now that you get people then we get mind for affect we picking their land book business. They stop with picking them. Because of their own interest, they say we pick it enough for go school. Even the school bosses we are on attack, they go put people them down. They say no more to cannot for run because they want forget say for make profit, or because they think say their own political party not in a power. So where global crisis come, where issue where they affect the whole world, grab up, they go take that for cause problem in our country, for mislead and misinform. I think this way we all will mean good for salon, for TNAP and still no to her. This not good. No country not go develop where you get people then when are lawbreakers, when are lawless people, when are indisciplined people. And then people they go fend themselves in other man country, they go obey the laws of other country. Then. But where it come to salon, they think say it's so free that nobody not for control them. Nobody. It is very bad. So bad, so sad, so sickening. Where I see you to man them, they burn tire and at heat. They stop the flow of traffic. They put people them from their own bona fide vehicle, not so that they buy fare for nobody. Then they put them on, they beat them. Say, what thing they happen? Is that the best way for opposition for operate? I wonder why the president talks say the opposition and are terrorists. That was terrorist. That was terror. That was a complete terrorist act. He terrorized people. Terrorism is about terrorizing people. If you put people them out of their motor car, you beat them. You burn tire and at it, you block road for let nobody not use. That's not terrorism. Then they did on social media. they gladly but down they share the photo. Hey, we do I tell you, it's so sad that people can even be proud of wrong thing. Indecent attitude, people that they can't brag about them back. So shameful. Really, really sad. Where they see people, Sierra Leonean, talk about, hey, now me right. Now you right for go beat other person. Now you right for stop somebody in movement. Now you right for poor government property. Now today I see large chunk of transformers for places like Bont and Matujon will not ever be the dream of electricity. This government, they do everything. Government, they buy transformer as expensive as transformer than the government, they buy for make sure say them take light now every corner of Sierra Leone. But we still get bad people that we don't want to see good thing happen to the country. Instead, they will come and preach tribal message. They incite people. You get some youth man, they will not they think about their future, where they no more for be used, for be misused, for be misled. So sad. So youth man, they don't left their own future now. Politician they hand. Now politician they determine the well be. This is the same indiscipline, lawlessness, the same lawlessness. No wonder why we see a whole council, APC councillor. They take people their ID card, he put on a plastic, they distribute a target, they use a authority for influence, election. They do things that with impunity. Unity exposed. What the authority then do, nobody knows. Right from then, when unity exposed such behavior, such indiscipline, such lawlessness, and from there they for us set example so that nobody not go there again. See, the councillor dem at any point he come out, he come and collect people their ID card. You will say you know they vote for APC, you know they give you card. Where you come, where you want for go vote, you get for make commitment, you get for assurance, say he give you your ID card if for go vote for APC. Who's kind lawless attitude that one day? Eh? And they are not good. They're not really, really good. So Salon people, you were one for continue for see Salon improvement. You were really like Salon with passion. You for the condemn the opposition there. You know, they say then a both game party, you know, all the opposition there. Both game for poor Salon, both game for undermine the government, both game for stand against development, for reject and promote indiscipline. So now when we talk about the entire opposition because we see the declaration. Now even tell we say APC self not get strength. It depend on other people for survival. So you get forget other people there for can't join them for cause problem for with people. So we get now a both game party as against the SLPP. The both game party, their own mission now for see say government not succeed for deliver service. Government not do anything way better. This is how we don't get now politics na Salono. Nobody not go say, you know what? Me mama there, me auntie, me uncle there. If things not work fine, it will affect me mama and papa. So let we support development. Instead, because they want for kind of power, they will affect the service line of government, not for meet the people. This is not really, really anything we any sober-minded Sierra Leonean for be happy about. We for condemn. We for say no to them in there. You know? When I think about that one day. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, before I close today's program, I want to talk about the continuous return of different personalities where for no reason decided for left their belonging and joined the APC, having realized that it was a big mistake. Today, they come back for join hand and develop Salon because they believe say we say they come out. Million time better. We say they go find themselves. They go find themselves. We say humiliation, marginalization, suppression was the order of the day. They will cause them people them. They go dinner the party without regarding their presence in APC. They go threaten them people them, threaten themselves of death and genocide. Say where they come to power. We see one of the person we quickly realized was Musa, the former minister. We see Soko Kabia return, Musa Tarawali return, Soko Kabia return. Now we don't see recent time the return of Robin Fally. One thing we are amazing at that, Robin Fally say, realizing that the APC was always known for being tribalistic, he joined the APC for changing narrative. The purpose why he be going to APC, now for bring the idea of inclusive beliefs, inclusive ideology. But you don't see that happening in the APC. Instead, throughout these 4 years, Iyon tribe, they're under continuous attack, molestation, and humiliation. The Mende, to a point that they make mockery of in tribe, say the government in power now Mende crat. And so when they camp, all the Mende people go face the bronze. They go after them. Now they imagine if you belong to a group where say where come, they go killing people. Why for did it? Why you not for come back and defend the people? If in Amende they within the APC, for let them bridge that, for take away tribalism. But why is then at the APC? They go still they continue for attack the Southeast, they insult. But you know the Southeasterners going after the Northerners. You know they ever hear somebody say the Timnicrat, the Limbacrat. You know they hear that from the Southeast. But you get some unuseful politicians, misguided, ill-motivated politicians. They promote tribalism in the APC. Then we still get people who believe say the many people for be like stooge after they don't humiliate them, still therefore be used for get APC to power. I don't really get it. When the SFPP believe that the many people very important, without them, the Limba people without them, the Soso people without them, the other tribes them form up the SFPP. You know, wherever I see the SFPP going after, giving names to other tribes, attacking, because they believe that if we not get a Northern as Secretary General, if we not get the Deputy Chairman, we come up Bombali, if we not get a Creole person where they head the judiciary, if we not make inclusive governance, then the slogans of one country, one people is baseless. So you see, now, it could be very unfortunate, me as SLPP, as a supporter of the SLPP council, the attack Northerners when the Secretary General of the SLPP now did not take come. It could be very disgraceful, it could be very insulting. to the success of we party, we are not say the deputy chairman of the party na Bombali come the north. Okay, it gonna be very disgraceful and shameful for make a come the attack, you know, the north and the northwest or the western area when we get different people in position. How you think say they go feel and the followers therefore feel? How they go able to talk to the people if we they cause the limbas, we they cause the terminals, we they cause the susus, but then we get them people will occupy executive position at the party. How you think say they gonna go and get confidence for Tina and talk to the people? That is why you know they see the SLPP on that, because they get very equal representation in the executive, and they believe say this equal representation get people them way believe in them, so they get for go to them for get them vote for maintain them in governance. So if we then can't sit down full foot and full hand, they allow Southeast for humiliate them. Waiting at the message they go take, and this is the believing where the APC not get from where the APC paid up operatives them, then satanic cultic people then on social media. They attack the Southeast. You know, ever any condemnation from the APC executive say no. The APC not believe in tribalism. Whoever they attack Southeast, whoever they go after the Mende people, not they do it on behalf of the APC. They not they ever do it. Because that's the message they get. To a point we see when somewhere go campaign na Kuya. Now tribal message Kego. You know Kego development, message of development. Where you go? Now for go talk about hey, they sack with people them. You know, they know they allow we for go na this area. But they go and campaign and contest election at Kailan. Nobody not hurt, nobody not chase them. So Robin Fale don't come back home, and many others there on the way. We see IJ knowing who Imam was and the role Imam played, and realizing that it was an error for no reason abandon a party where they be don't suffer with for long, or now decide say for come and join the train for developed country. And this is what APC not agree for accept among themselves. The reality is that they're not even able for unify themselves. They're not able to get themselves together for realize that we are hurting regions that we need. We are hurting people. We are hurting tribes every day. All the one that waiting on social media, where they come, instead of talking about what they go do for the Southeast, they go tell and say, what we come, will they go after una? What we come, will they cause problem for una? What we come, will they sack una? Because now Mendicrat, now this, you don't play politics that way. You know they win. There are people who are in the South who still believe in the APC. There are people in the East who still believe in the APC. But if you continue for insult, for attack them, you're driving them away. Any decent person will go there in a political party where they sponsor Mami cause in decency. How many times we have been falling up, in the midst of everything, we join, SLPP not ever go after the cause Mama because he left SLPP. But today we see the common language of the APC now Mami cause. Anybody will talk against their interest that is sponsor Mami cause. Then you get women we're proud that a political party like this go sponsor Mami cause, and they still belong. I always say any woman will feel, and this is why I just say another part of COP, because you know say forming COP now for go support APC and support the APC now for support disrespect for women, now for support Mami cause, lawlessness and indiscipline. So it's another part of COP. The whole idea was for just get some basic support for let APC not be seen as one in then misbehavior. That was why they decided for form COP. And sober-minded people where they think well, no say no, the strategy is not anything worth being part of. Because with a form alliance with people will not even get crowd, will not get following, will not they bring value. Instead of preaching unity, now divisive politics then get. Now insulting politics, now politics of attack, humiliation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let we think. Let we promote every single Sierra Leonean get obligation for support development, for contribute. What would they see? Ghanaians that they form association for go with factories. Would they see the Nigerians they come together? They put resources for go do something at the country. We they out here, instead of thinking of idea for go back and salvage the problem of the country, we just create problem again for we people. Some of we entire family they under. Some of we want for go and sit down and enjoy Sierra Leone because it's not as easy where people where they out there they think it is in America. We want for go see and enjoy and get fun and time with family. So we get for do everything for make sure say the required facility for the country is taken to the country. We want for see development, we want for see progress, we want for see transformation. So I want for say bravo, I want for say kudos to everybody who don't be part of this program. And to we Iron Lady, Madam Elizabeth, it was a very successful visit to Sierra Leone, and there's so many more in the package that we will bring to Una from Sierra Leone. Okay, we get a lot of things we will put out there, and be assured we have to stay. And anything we go make Salone go bien, we go stand against that. Anybody will think say it go come for spoil the good plans for make Salone go before, we go after you. But you will mean good for Salone. You were willing for make something better happen in our country. We will stand with you, we will support you, we will promote you, we will lift you high, because anything good will happen, it gets impact on we all. So until we come again with the monologue program next week, Wednesday, me and Chief Commissioner Vandy, and when I not forget to Thursday tomorrow, we get the program Defeating the Lies of the Fake People. God bless you all.